fuck? Oh, Jesus Christ. Our ancestors, they came with the horses. To get to Riga, it took 100 kilometers, it took 2 days, and that means that you cannot go faster. And that's important thing. So you need to stop, to socialize, and then to go to the next place. So you cannot drive, like just put the fuel and drive some 800 kilometers because you need to do it. It's unhuman. When you need to go from point to point and start to think that I will need to stop here, I will need to recharge. And by the way, maybe I can get to know somebody, get to see how they live here. So it's better for the communication between the people, because this communication nowadays is lost mostly. Let's go to collect some mushrooms. Okay. Oh, Jesus Christ. This is airplane. 100. 100 in 2 seconds. That's what we thought about. Yeah. Go to the forest and collect something, it opens so many doors in our brain. And we are collectors and we are hunters. That's what we became of. This is a World Cup in mushroom picking. Very beautiful.
It's like gravity doesn't exist anymore, you just do whatever you imagine. Just go and feel the wind and throw your body around, like, yeah.
Once you get the feeling of it, how the wind works and how it affects your body, you can just use it unlimited. We had a couple movies. The first one, which was a couple years ago, was with Tom Cruise, Mission Impossible. Tom was actually doubling Hollywood stars.
This is so cool, like this is really cool. Like the brakes is so enjoyable, really. Like I could only like drive like this to Riga, like, you know, just accelerating and braking. What I enjoy is that we don't have lots of people in our country.
A lot of trails and I would say a lot of places that are untouched.
Yeah,
like people haven't ruined it.
We traveled with a car and we stopped and we saw these ruins. It was ruins in that time. And we just came in and immediately we understood that this is our place. Industrial Soviet type pumping station. I fulfilled my old dream. My best book in my childhood was Mystery Island by Jules Verne. It's about Captain Nemo and Nautilus submarine, and here we put some imaginated part of this submarine made from stainless steel, just to contrast with house which is covered by cotton steel, which rusts and stays nice brown.
Loft living, it is the way of the way of living. And nowadays people, really creative people, try to live in these unusual conditions. To live here, that is outstanding. It's not traditional. Traditional houses are at the waterfront, and you have these small windows and you go over the dunes to the sea, but here, sea is here. I want to die here, I said already.
This dramatic change is what happened in Latvia, in former Soviet Union, of course made my life very, very interesting. Because in 1990 we regained independence and I became Director General for the Department for Foreign Economic Relations in Cabinet of Ministers. I became Minister for State Reforms. I became Prime Minister. Man had to change his life in 5 years and then start something else. And I actually followed this rule. Latvians are quite calm and we like guests. Not maybe so much as Georgians, but still welcoming.
The Latvian landscape and wood, to go into to see the sea, to go into wood, to look at the sky. And our color is gray. 1,000 shades of gray. Sorry.
This radio telescope was built in 1964. It was built for Soviet Union Army purposes, mostly for observations for another military object and also for space observations.
It's more like a submarine because most of the parts, including the staircases, were borrowed from USSR time warships and submarines. For example, the system which gets this telescope moving is actually a gun turret from a ship with a cannon. Instead of a cannon, we mount up an antenna and we have a radio telescope. This astronomy research is actually more of a global thing. An international team linking these telescope sites in network can do this kind of research. It maybe doesn't solve anything in particular for people right here in country, but it definitely helps for Latvia to integrate in global research teams.
This place might be a sort of a goal to prove that this is a great place and people should come, enjoy everything. I mean, maybe us, maybe the country, maybe the local area. It's a great place. This place was in some ways built on a goodwill. You can come here and you can drink a tea, honey and bread in winter. I left Latvia in '79. I was 17 years old. I was getting into trouble with my thinking. I was kind of radical, so I was running into problems and troubles with the local authorities, that are basically communist. In North America, I was becoming a better skier. Then I was getting better. Then I made a national team. Then I quit the school. Then I went to Olympics.
Came from Latvia about 10 years ago. What was it like getting out of that country? Freedom.
He showed up at a race and we're like, who is this crazy Latvian?
He was one of the young ones coming up that we older ones had to watch because he was doing really well.
I was starting to feel really strange and I passed out in the street. And then it turned out that my Olympics were over.
We have our own flag now. We have our own anthem.
Sometimes in your life, there are just these things. It's like a puzzle, you know. It comes together, and maybe you work for it. Maybe you challenge it. I don't know. But these are the times in your life, and when these things come together, you just do it.
Everybody goes across the continent, so we decided to go the other way, from north to south.
You see the country and you meet people, you meet rednecks, you meet cowboys on the way, all kinds of people. I'm very proud of my country, of course. I do not agree with a lot of things, and I just explained why. I think we could be smarter. Latvians were hard-working people. Some damage was done by Soviet Union, and now the modern times, that also. Take me to the next level. Wow. Hey, it's clean. I'm not used to sitting in the clean cars. Next time I prepare my road better for you.
You ready?
Yeah. Holy shit. Yeah, this is fast. It's unbelievable.
Why I'm a chef? I love food. I like to cook very much. My first profession was conductor of choir, choir dirigent, and but I couldn't finish the school. I was kicked out because I was a bit punk. In culinary, you read the recipes and books, and if you play music, you read the notes. And then after you read all the books and all notes, and you can play your own music, or you can cook your own dishes. The Latvian food, if we talk about Latvian food, well, there is some interesting combinations. How we like to eat cucumber, fresh cucumber with honey. I'm not sure that anywhere else people are eating fresh cucumber with honey, but we do. We were under so many different kings through the centuries. and that influence comes from, I mean, Germany, Poland, Russia, and yeah, Sweden.
This is still a land of big opportunity. It is kind of like, you know, wild, wild west where you go and you can build things from scratch. But it's changing quickly. We still have a lot of Soviet mentality, so it's not really that simple. But if you kind of understand how things work, it still is, I think, by big part, a land of big opportunity.
We have absolutely beautiful nature. We have a lot of empty spaces because on this land we live only less than 2 million people. It's 64,000 square kilometers. It's 3 times bigger as Belgium, let's say.
The nature is like absorber of all our instabilization, all the stresses, everything. You just go to the forest and calm down. And once you enter the nature, you just go out back in another shape, renewed.
My name is Janaina El-Ghasmi and I am an artist and a creative entrepreneur in Dubai. I would describe my style as ever evolving. I don't like limiting myself and my style is always changing with me. I like to go deep and I like to mix different things together. I decided to be a creative in Dubai because of how young it is, how fresh it is, how open it is to evolving, and I love to be a part of that. It shows how fashion can change, how fashion can become different things. When I go back into Dubai's history, that's where it's my source of inspiration. I like to see where it came from, how it changed, what it used, and that's how I create. I love that I get to be multifaceted, that I get to express different parts of my creativity. My relationship with fashion, we're very codependent. I feel like I need fashion to show my emotions, my personalities, my moods, and I feel like fashion also needs me to show how important it is and its possibilities. Some of my greatest aspirations are to travel, to grow, to evolve, and to become a symbol that anything is possible.
My name is Namdi Prince Elua, and I'm a DJ and music producer. The most thing I love about my profession is I get to have fun, and I get paid to have fun. Seeing other people enjoy with me is my favorite thing. I decided to work here in Dubai because all the entertainment is here. The most fun I ever had on a night out was in Dubai. I'll say top 5 in the world. Dubai just comes alive at night. I find inspiration all around me, so Dubai is definitely a source of inspiration for my music. Most definitely, my heritage influences my music in the rhythm, the dance, the tempo, the Afrocentricness. It definitely influences my music in the choices of songs I like to play, in the percussions I like to use when making beats. That's why I decided to stay in Dubai.
أنا اسمي رحاب، أنا مهندسة معمارية وعايشة هنا في دبي. أنا بحب المهندسة المعماري، بحب إن أنا مهندسة معمارية بسبب creativity. أنا ما اتولدتش في دبي، أنا اتولدت في مصر في القاهرة. وقررت إن أنا أعيش هنا في دبي لما جيت واشتغلت وبعد كده اتجوزت وجوزي وابني هنا فاحنا عايشين في دبي. احساسك اول ما تخش البوتيك ان هم مستخدمين الماربلز ومستخدمين الميتال السيلفر والجولد في الديكور. والبوتيك مميز جدا وانيق جدا جدا جدا. I love it.
My name is Zainab Hamoud. I'm a biologist by degree and a seasoned professional in the pharmaceutical industry. I'm also a beauty and a fashion influencer. What I love about my profession is that it's constantly evolving in order to help us keep up with today's health challenges. I wasn't born in Dubai. Well, they say never, but for the time being, I love being here. I come from a country that has great appreciation for art and artists, which I think greatly enhances my creativity. There's so many beautiful things to see in Dubai, but if I had to pick, I would choose the view of the Dubai skyline from Burj Khalifa to Burj Al Arab.
My name's Kareem and I'm a skateboarder. What I love about skateboarding is the freedom of expression that I get, just something that I haven't faced anywhere else and anything else. Not too many people understand it, so it's put in a new light, and I like that a lot. The most special memory I have about skateboarding was doing my first trick on grass when I was a little kid. Dubai's a good spot for skateboarding because there's new architecture every day being built, so the city's our canvas and we get to go around and enjoy it. This is basically a blank space for us to be as creative as we want. I do feel like I'm part of the city. If it was your first time in Dubai, I'd recommend you come to the skate park by the beach so you can check out what the culture's like and also get some sun.
Ciao, sono Antonio e sono un architetto. Amo nella mia professione la possibilità di guardare le cose da diversi punti di vista. Ho deciso di farla in Dubai perché è il posto giusto per avere nuove opportunità e confrontarmi con progetti a larga scala. I materiali utilizzati per la realizzazione della boutique sono il marmo Sahara Noir, in contrasto con i velluti e i damaschi rossi, e la sinuosa scala metallo dorato in contrasto con il marmo nero. La tavolozza di colori usata è basata sul nero, rosso ed oro. La boutique esprime il valore dell'unicità e dell'essere speciali.
is a thriving modern city in KwaZulu-Natal, home of the Zulu nation. Its people live a fast-paced 21st century life, yet many of them carry their traditions deep within them. I find that the traditional Zulu attire is so regal looking. Just the colors and the vibrancy, just beautiful. I traveled out of Durban to discover the Zulu way of life. I didn't realize how close the city is to the beautiful rolling hills of the heartland. I was excited to find people still living according to a proud, passionate heritage, not just respecting the old ways, but celebrating tradition joyously. I found people with an amazing zest for life, flashes of color everywhere. I was swept up in the drama, the noise, the excitement of it all. I mean, every photographer lives for those moments. It's something I'll never forget.
November 4th, 1979, start of the Iranian hostage crisis as militants storm the U.S. Embassy in Tehran and seize its occupants. For many of the dozens of hostages, it is the start of 444 days of captivity, a saga that grips America. 1995, hopes for Mideast peace are dealt a tragic blow as Israel's Prime Minister Yitzhak Rabin is assassinated. A Jewish extremist fatally shoots Rabin minutes after he speaks at a peace rally in Tel Aviv. 1956. During the Cold War, Soviet troops move in to crush the Hungarian Revolution in Eastern Europe. It happens just weeks after students in Hungary revolt against their country's communist rulers. 1955. Baseball Hall of Famer Cy Young, who won more Major League games than any other pitcher, dies in Ohio. He was 88 years old. And 1969, rapper and producer Sean Diddy Combs was born in New York City. Today in History, November 4th, Carlotta Bradley, The Associated Press.
Welcome back in our studio, and in today's news,